Jim Harbaugh has been talked about every single offseason about coming back to the NFL because of how prolific he is as an NFL coach, and he has been. Now, last week, you said something that was, I don't want to say it caught my attention, but it certainly caught my, thought process. You said Harbaugh wanted to come back to his alma mater, and he wanted to restore greatness to his school. That was his mission, that he was going to do that. College football playoff, lost to Georgia. College football playoff, lost to TCU. Another college football playoff. If he went back to Michigan and took them to 3 straight college football playoffs, but never won one, would he consider that being a mission done? Like, yes, Michigan is back. We're Big Ten. We beat Ohio State 3 straight years. We're in the college football playoff. Would that be enough for him to think, check that box of restoring greatness in Michigan. Let me go back to the NFL. When you said that, is that like the overwhelming narrative about what Harbaugh is doing at Michigan? I'd never heard that before, but that makes a lot of sense, especially if that's why he's weighing his options literally every single offseason.
Well, I don't know what the narrative is. I can just tell you my perspective always has been that Jim wanted to restore greatness to Michigan. He's done that. He's now 1 game away from winning a national title and fulfilling a goal, I'm sure, of his and the schools and everybody involved in the program. So if and when he were to do that, or even not do that, I think that would leave him with one goal that he would like to accomplish in his great football career. And that would be to win a Super Bowl, be a part of a Super Bowl winning team. Came close to doing it against his brother when they coached against each other in that Super Bowl in New Orleans where the lights went out and Baltimore beat San Francisco. And so the way that I look at this is this. Like, let's just look at it in basic facts. He hasn't signed an extension with Michigan yet. He's hired an agent, Dahn, who has deep NFL connections. He's got Michigan 1 game away from a national championship. Whether or not he wins it, I believe that the NFL will help dictate or determine whether or not he goes. If there's a team out there that really wants him, that makes a really compelling offer, my sense is that he would be interested absolutely in listening and entertaining that offer, no matter what happens next Monday night. That's my opinion.
I think what you said last week was like $15 million probably what he'll be getting paid to be an NFL head coach versus the $12.5 million allegedly being reported for the $125 million deal that was offered from college. But this could potentially become like how Sean Payton was, right, last offseason with these owners.
Here's the deal. The Sean Payton salary came in somewhere around 20, and the top coaches now seem to be coming in there. So if Jim wins a national title, who's to say that number's not going to come in at, I'm making this up, 17 and a half, 18, 19, I don't know.
25.
Yeah.
But that's why you hire Dahn to go do that deal, a big deal. He didn't hire Dahn to go negotiate an extension with Ward Manuel. He just didn't do that, okay? So let's see what happens next Monday night. Let's see what happens in that game. And then he gets to sift through his options, and it's up to the NFL. It's up to the NFL to pull him into the league. I believe the opportunity is there. I believe he's all ears. It doesn't mean he's leaving. They have to make his mind up for him, but he's there to be had, in my mind.
Do you think there's a chance that he's told his team this and nobody's just talking about it? Because he said, whenever he was asked about the Chargers job or any of the NFL jobs, he says, we just have a singular focus on dominating today. And there was a story about when Ray Lewis retired, like halfway through the season or something like that. He told the team, like, hey, this is going to be my last go. This is going to be it. And they go win a Super Bowl for that guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They go on, but it was kept in-house. Is there any chance that Harbaugh has been very open and real with this Michigan team and been like, boys, I'm going to be honest. Like, this is my last year here at Michigan. I'm going to go back to the NFL, but let's go win. Mm-hmm. Let's go win. Because there's a very, very veteran old team there, right? And they're that Michigan team has been around a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Is there any chance he said that, or you think the boys are just thinking Harbaugh's coming back next year and don't care about it at all?
I don't think he brings his thoughts onto them, and I don't think it's a foregone conclusion he's leaving just because he's all ears and open to that idea, and he's hired.
That's good business.
It's good business.
Doesn't mean he's leaving. Like, it's still, again, Pat, it comes back to what I said to you. The NFL still has to want him. It's got to be the right opportunity with the right offer. And if that comes along, all that falls into place, I think he winds up leaving. It doesn't mean it will. It doesn't mean that the right team doesn't come. Like last year, Denver came along and it didn't work out for whatever reason. The year before, Minnesota came along, it didn't work out. We don't know whether the Chargers or Raiders or Panthers or somebody else will come along this year and it'll work out or not. And if it doesn't, I know Jim loves Ann Arbor. He loves the people in that program. He loves being a part of it. And if he stays, he stays. Like, that's great. But he's open to the idea that somebody comes along, pulls him away, knowing, again, I still believe that he wants to win a Super Bowl. I believe that's in his heart.
Yeah.
Okay? At some point, whether that's this year or next year or in 5 years.
Hey, what he needs to know, though, and I think all Michigan fans feel this way, going through this entire year and this entire run with him, he's a special guy, dude.
Yes.
He's a good football coach.
Yeah. Great football.
Hey, good. Way to go, Jim.
Good work, Jimmy.
He's also in the Ring of Honor here at the Indianapolis Colts. People forget about that. You know, a hell of a player back in the day.
Yep.